Welcome to this episode of the Comedy Defect podcast. My name is Winter, I'm a comedian, and this is my show. Those that are new to the show, welcome. Those that are old to the show, thanks for coming back, guys. This is episode 101 of this podcast with an excellent comedian. Her name is Nicole Harris. She is at the Fringe right now when I'm recording these links, but she'll be finished her run before this podcast drops. She did Venue 259 at 7:30 for the Laughing Horse at the Hanover Tap, the Wee Tap. Comedy Improv, we talk a little bit about that in this episode. She is on TikTok, all the socials, as Nicole Harris Comedy. Go and see her stuff. She's funny. She's got such a warmth about her. You'll totally enjoy her stuff. Now, follow her on TikTok, all those places, Instagram. If you ever see her on a bill, you won't be disappointed. Now, if you want to follow us, we're on Instagram. We're there under Winter Dominus. Winter like the season and DOMINUS. We're on Facebook as The Comedy Defect Podcast. You go to page and like it. You go to Facebook group and join that as well. And look, you can also, if you like this podcast enough, donate. Go to Patreon, type in The Comedy Defect Podcast. Donate as much as you feel this podcast is worth. But if you can't donate, that's okay. Just tell your friends about your favourite episode because it tells people where we are and what we're up to. And after all that, I'm not going to say any more because I'm going to make this link very short. And I hope you're having a great August. And wherever you are listening to this, you're having a great time. This is episode 101 with the excellent Nicole Harris on all the socials as Nicole Harris Comedy. Enjoy. Nicole Harris, welcome to Comedy Defect.
Yes!
Yes, it's you. How are you?
Thank you, Winter Phonander.
Nailed it.
I can never say
You nailed it.
How do you pronounce your name?
It's pronounced Phonander. That's correct. You absolutely nailed it. That's it. I mean, you could MC now with me on the bill, which is great. Which is more than about maybe 90% of the comedians that read my name off of their hand can do.
Yeah. I usually get everyone's name wrong, so that's good.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm privileged.
I had your thing, Winter Podcast, at 4 p.m. in my calendar, and I was like, who am I doing? It's not even winter. Is it still winter? And then why am I doing a seasonal podcast?
Yeah, that's a very specific podcast, isn't it? It's like people who really like winter, like, sponsored by North Face. Hey, there we go. We've got an in.
There you go. That's you're in.
That's it. We never know.
Start it.
Might
Edit
work.
All the bit above out, and then just go in with that.
I think yeah, just go on with the first name. That's it. Just be like Madonna and just have like Winter, the Winter Podcast. Don't worry about the phone under.
What is this podcast called?
The Comedy Defect.
Yeah, I should have known that, but I'm not sure if you actually told me the name of it.
Don't worry about it. It's just all right. It's fine. It's okay. It's editing. It's great, isn't it? Thanks for coming on. I mean, I asked you to do this ages ago, and like we're saying, yeah, come to my house. It's like, yeah, sure, okay, and then we never got around to doing it. But I thought, look, okay, fine. Everyone's like housebound now, so this is a perfect opportunity to get this stuff going and see how the fuck you're doing and how you're coping with everything, and what it's more of a checking in. Really, it's become really to see if everyone's mental health is kind of stable.
The answer to that is no. Mental health. Anyone whose mental health is stable is mental. Yeah. Like that's surely that's the definition of like insanity.
Like if a psychopath.
Mental health. Yeah, you got to be a psychopath if you're going, I'm fine during lockdown. All this time I'm just chilling, whatever. I'm still, doing my thing, my psychopathic thing. I'm still killing people. It's fine. It's
great. I've made loads of lamps recently. It's been great. And I know where everyone is. No one's out whenever I come to call now or try to abduct anyone. Yeah, it's great.
Exactly. Yeah, loving it.
Brilliant.
So I'm all right, but just getting through it. What about yourself?
About the same, really. Just hanging in there, really. Just kind of trying to reorganize everything. I've organized something and then go, hey, that's not fully organized. Let's go back and organize that even better. Alphabetical. Hey, let's do it in reverse order. Oh, well, maybe it's an A.1. Oh, great. This is amazing. And let's see how far this fucking organization shit can go.
Wow. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but
I'm just sleeping.
Oh, you lucky fucker. I tell you.
In bed.
I love sleeping.
Yeah,
oh God, I love it. I don't sleep past 7 o'clock now. I'm like now it's like 7 or I'm sorry. I'm just trying to sound fucking amazing. I get up about 8 o'clock actually, about 8:30 now. So it's
That's still early though.
But I go to bed at 1. I go to bed at 1 every night because I'm just studying comedy all the time. That's what I'm doing.
I know. I'm going to bed. You know what? I go to bed. I think comedians have always gone to bed late, and I thought the lockdown might because we're not gigging might change that. But I have a feeling we're going to bed even later. Because, like, I'm going to bed, like, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I'm messaging my mates who are obviously, who are comics, and they're all up. We're all just messaging each other like it's nothing, like it's day. Like, we're all up. So, yeah, I think maybe it's a comedian.
You went nocturnal years ago, you know, that's it. You're just like, not been on the road, just gigging, and then you come back, you're like, oh, just have some toast. Yeah, what I have with toast? I'll just have a cup of tea or coffee. That's a good idea at that time of the night. Yeah, just to chill me out a little bit. And then, there's that series I want to watch. Oh, you know what, it's my day, it's my you know, it's my lunch break, you know, I might as well just watch that as well. And what time's in? Great, the sun's coming up, that's brilliant, great. Okay, now today is fucked.
That is how it is. That is exactly how it is. I'm like eating toast and bagels at like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Watching my
Jewish TV, isn't it? This is what it is, right?
Jewish TV. Saying my prayers.
This is it. Yeah, get a last minute prayers in. That's right. That's it. Your bagel. That's right. Yeah. I mean, like, oh, look, this is a great link. Now, you are Jewish Comedian of the Year 2016, and like, has it changed you? Has it changed?
Yeah, it's made me much worse as a comedian.
Has it? Insufferable, is it? Or, you know, what do you do?
No, that was ages ago. That was a win. I was happy at the time, and I still am happy. But I don't really feel like it got me anywhere. Like, it's not exactly like a recognised thing, like I don't know what. So
you think you're funny or something like that, or
so
but it's something, isn't it? You got something on a poster. Fuck it, you won it. Jeez, you weren't like runner up or anything. It's like you took the trophy.
I won it. I fucking won. Oh, we're allowed to swear?
Yeah, swear away. It's all right.
Yeah, I fucking won it.
Damn right. Fuck yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. And like, did you manage to get any bookings in the Jewish community from that?
I did not, no. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure how much I can say on this like podcast, because it's all politically correct now.
You can say whatever the fuck you want.
I don't want to be cancelled.
No, don't worry. You won't be cancelled. I don't think anyone's offended by whatever we're talking about is in the wrong place anyway. Say whatever the fuck you want, man. Let it out. Why fucking? It'll fester, and it'll just come up in some sort of horrible disease that you won't know what. Oh, a new disease called Nicole Harris disease. Great, that's fucking fantastic, isn't it? There's no cure. There's no cure. You'll die in about 40 years. Oh, okay. All right. So that's, well, on the plus side, I had a long life, you know. So it's like...
All right then, cool. Hopefully... we've got this in writing now that I'm not going to get cancelled. No,
you're not fine. This is fine. Winter's official stamp. Winter faux nander. Faux nander. It's faux nander. Official stamp.
As in not friend, foe.
As in a nander. Simple. It's fucking phonetically spelt. You know, and then someone asked me how to phonetically spell it. I was like, come on, it's just actually written how it's, there's no fucking umlaut on it or anything like that, you know, or you know, yeah, so, well, it's not
it's
German.
Easy, phonander. If someone asks you that, you just be like, sounds like hoe. They'll think you're calling them a hoe.
Yeah, that's right.
Which you are.
Hey, look, I mean, how did you know my history? God damn it, who have you been speaking to? This is it. I'm put that all behind me. It's all gone now. I'm changed man. This is not. I'm a new man. I'm not interested in any of that anymore. I'm just all about the comedy. Yeah. I just care about. I'm all about entertainment. Unless I can try and sell a sitcom, then I'll do anything. Fuck it, casting couch, man. You get ready. I'm getting ready. I've got the knee braces ready. That's what I've got. You know, so. Look, fucking hell, it's tough industry. We've got to do what we can. Fucking sink or swim, mate, I swear. If only I had the opportunity. God damn it, they just fucked Harvey Weinstein, didn't they? Just before I got my chance. That's what happened, you know.
Well, he fucked. The problem is he was fucking.
This is true. I never gotten in. I never gotten in. This is the thing.
If you'd have just turned up, I'm sure he would have.
Oh, I just didn't speak to the right people.
I'm sure he would have been interested.
This is true. well, so yeah. So look, I want to hear this story. I want to hear it.
Well, basically, no. What I can say is, I'll say it again. I won the Jewish Comedian of the Year. My stand-up is very in your face. It's very. I swear a bit. I talk about sex. I talk about, you know, all of those sort of things. And the Jewish audience in general, from my experience, this is all going on my experience, they're a bit more prudy. They don't like that. They don't like the swearing. They don't like the talking about sex a lot and things like that. Even for the competition that I won, I did have to tone it down.
Right.
a lot, right? The Jewish audience are not really my mainstream audience. Yeah. They probably, if I presented like I like to, they probably wouldn't like me. So, you got to play to the audience, especially when you're in a competition.
For sure.
I toned it down. I didn't swear as much. I didn't do it wasn't a long set.
Yeah.
And I was very mindful of those things. So therefore, I don't think I would be appropriate for any Jewish. So I turned up at a bar mitzvah, I go, right, cock. Who's got a cock in here? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think I'd go down very well in more than one way. You know.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like, in fairness, right? That sounds like a recipe for not being funny at all in many ways. Okay, just had to reel it in a bit, tone it down, not be myself, and just be aware of the audience that I'm playing to and not my crowd. And also, it's a competition as well. So I'm under stress from many different fronts here. This is wonderful.
Right,
It's lovely to be here, everyone. Oh God. So I won? Oh shit, that was a surprise, eh?
I won,
Fuck, nice one. So who you up against?
Sarah Barron. You know Sarah Barron? She's doing a lot better than me now. She's been on live at the Apollo.
Oh, yeah.
She's American, lovely girl, lovely girl. She's got like
Is she ginger?
Red hair.
Yes. I saw her show about her coming out to her parents or something like that, and she was.
No, she's not. She's married.
Oh,
kid.
Different person then.
Anyway,
So Sarah Barron.
Sarah Barron. She was nominated for, I think, Edinburgh newcomer.
Right.
Or something.
Okay.
Or best show or something. And she's really doing well. She's she's great. She's a lovely girl. Lovely girl. American. I think she's American or Canadian.
Right.
American, I think. She's been on live at the Apollo. She's I think maybe even a couple of times. Yeah, she's doing
a couple of times. I mean, just I just want to do it second time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once was never enough. Yeah.
No, it may be just once, but she's been on a lot.
Great.
So she's doing better than me. So obviously it didn't really hinder her.
Yeah.
that she didn't win that competition.
Well, you've still got that over her, Nicole. You still have that.
Yeah,
so it's like, Jewish Comedian Year 2016, hanging on to it. I've got the is a trophy nice? Is it a nice trophy? Is it just
they gave me money?
They gave you how much is how much?
Nicer.
How much is
I'm not sure I'm
pot?
allowed to say.
Fuck it.
No, we're not allowed to say.
Is that right? Is it okay? Right? Is it a lot?
Coming after me.
Is it a lot for tax? This is true.
No,
this is free.
No, it wasn't a lot.
Was it over 1,000?
No.
Okay, was it under 500?
It was just under 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. And also a trophy that's shaped like a bagel. This is what it is, right?
I didn't get any trophy. I didn't care. But listen, we're Jewish. We just want the money.
Oh, fair play.
We don't care about a trophy. No, sorry, that's a very stereotype.
That's great.
But in my case, it was. I don't care about the trophy. Just give me the money.
Yeah, fair play. Who doesn't want money?
Which I've spent. Just for the audience
to
know, don't come after me. I've spent the money.
Yeah,
already,
that's it. There's no, don't hold any of my pets or family to ransom just for this less than £500 prize.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Winter's paying.
Shit, I don't fucking have that money at the moment. Oh man,
save up.
Oh right, okay. I'll get ready for the situation that might transpire from this conversation. Thing is, right, I don't understand that stereotype that okay, we say so. Jewish people, right, are really good with money. Isn't that a good thing to be good with money?
Yeah,
isn't it? It's such a like what the hell? I mean, how is that a bad thing? So, look after me. Yeah, good, fucking well done. There needs to be a course on that in school. How to take care of your money, how to not spend it on stupid shit.
That's true. And what's interesting about that is it's. Because the stereotype is not they're good with their money. The stereotype, I think that's true. That maybe I don't know where the stereotype comes from, but the stereotype is like they're tight. But the thing is, I don't think I've ever, apart from in like the Jewish religion, like say with my parents and their friends, and also with me and my friends, are constantly arguing who's going to pay the bill. Like, you know what I mean? Like dinner. Like I've seen so many arguments with my dad and my mum when I was growing up with their friends. We're paying. No, I won't hear of it. We're paying. What's interesting is, like, I recently hadn't watched it before, but I've watched all of the Curb Your Enthusiasm now.
Oh, brilliant. Love it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Oh, so and good. Larry David is constantly having arguments with Richard, what's his name, Lewis, about, like, to the nth degree, about who is paying.
Totally.
For, like, physical fights. And just reminded me, like, of my parents, and they used to have those, still do with their friend, like, you're insulting me. If you say you're going to pay, you're insulting me. So it's weird that there'd be that, like, stereotype of being tight when it's actually only them, and, like, I do it myself, where I've seen an actual argument.
Yeah, it could get really intense, can it? Like, it get really heated. I've seen it. It's like, and I think it's the same with Greek families as well. Like, no, it's a point of honor. You know, it's like, I will pay the bill. But no, you touch that. And it's like, in the end, you end up assaulting them, trying to. That's it.
Do you want me to give him money? Don't you dare!
Oh, how dare you! You think I'm not good for it? I can fucking pay my own way. That's what it is. It's like, oh, it's so funny.
And, like, my parents are very much like that. It's wrong, but good with money. Yeah, probably.
Great. That's great. For example, right, those little milestones in comedy that you get. It's like when I did my first headline gig. This is years ago. When I started and then stopped. It's in Cork. This guy called Paddy O'Shea gave me this gig in this headline gig, and I was so nervous. And I I recorded it with a DV camera, so you know how old this story is, right?
I don't even know what a DV camera is.
Like a little get little DV tapes, you record them on DV tapes, not actually hard disk, and it was like back then, So the guy on before me was a guy called Alan Hurley, and he said, "Winter, do you mind recording my set?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem, man." So recorded his set, and then I was closing, went straight on afterwards, and I was so jacked. I was like, "Yeah, this is my first headline gig. I'm getting paid. This is great." And then I went great as well, and I was like, and then the guy came up to me, gave me the money and said, "Brilliant, Winter." It's like, oh, so nice of him, to give me that spot. And then I gave me the money. It was only like 15 quid, it was up top of a pub somewhere, but it was so nice to be closed and have that little bit of a boost. And then he gave me the money, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna frame this. You feel like because you finally got a win, and then like I look back at the tape, and the tape finished just as I was introduced onto the stage. "Welcome to the stage, Winter Phonan."
That's so annoying.
Oh man, and it was just like, that's just typical. That's just fucking typical.
All the time when you ask people to film your sets. I don't think I've ever asked someone to film my set and they haven't messed it up. You have to be like, "Oh, thanks for trying."
Yeah. Thanks for taking fucking like 20 minutes of your thumb. How the fuck did you not see that on the thing?
Or just like, it didn't come out, or it's just so so simple.
I think some people just deliberate. Maybe I'm cynical and bitter, but I think some people just go, they just fuck you up. They want to fuck you up. Start zooming into your fucking your earlobe. It's like, come on, what dude? Like, fucking pricks.
There's some people who do it on purpose.
Sabotage.
I'm absolutely convinced of it.
That's right.
You've got to be careful.
You do.
Who you ask.
Go on.
Now.
You got to do it. You got to go around like a fucking a media studies student now at this stage, haven't you? Oh.
Yeah, it's true. I was just looking at getting a microphone for, like, you can plug into your phone.
Yeah.
A little mini microphone.
Good idea.
So cute, but I think it would be better because when you record it doesn't always capture the audience.
That's right. That's right.
So, that's my excuse anyway. That's my excuse for the lack of laughter.
They just weren't mic'd up properly. That's what it is. I know.
You can hear it.
I've had that a lot, Nicole. I've had that a lot. Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's but like, so you how long have you been going now, Nicole?
5 years now. 5 years, which is still not that long for, like, comedy. I think it's long enough to be a little bit bitter now. Starting to build up the bitterness.
You need that
to get
to relate to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I've become one of those miserable ones who just sits there in, like, mics with a face. But no, actually, that's not true. I'm actually still really, like,
happy,
smiley and laughy and that. Because I hate it when people do that.
But just like kind of sitting there in their power, sort of like, just don't talk to me. I'm just getting in the zone. Do you know, one thing happened to me the other day as well. And I was like, I said hello to somebody, and they were looking straight at me, and and they were like looking straight at me. I was like, "Hi," and they're just staring through me, and I won't tell you who it is. It was so, but I can't tell you. But I refused to. I'm not the kind of person who's like, I'm just gonna say, of course that's gonna be okay. I kept saying hello. hello. Fucking say hello, you prick. Do you know? Anyway, so it was so weird. But anyway, you got the video when you first started that you look back at recently.
I can't watch it. Can you watch it? I cannot watch the video then when I first started. I just can't bring myself to do it. Can you? I
used to, I used to record all my sets, but and then listen back to them, see if there's any like little bit of a, interactions that I can use for later on. And but I used to do that because there's loads and loads of files, but then you start to hurt yourself with listening to them because you just feel like it's just a lesson in masochism, you know what I mean? So just like, exactly. So like now I kind of, I used to do that a lot, but now of course there fucking been enough gigs to do that with. That'd be easy to do. But my stuff's changed so much over the years that now I don't think that it's worth me listening back to that stuff because it's just so proto comedy, you know. But there's a couple of sets that I did when you first start. You're so happy. You're so happy to be there, and you're just like you're so in the wrong zone to make people laugh because you're just too happy for them for them to enjoy you because you're like, why the fuck should I look at this person? They're so much more happy than I am. You should be working for me right now, motherfucker. Yeah. Why are you fucking I paid money to see you happy. Get the fuck out of here. You know?
Exactly. I want my money back.
No, I don't want to see this prick again. He's just fucking far too fucking content.
Oh yeah, I'm not at that level anymore. I'm not content.
No, that's good.
There you go. That's what I can say. No longer content. I can't look back. I still record all of my sets because I still think you can like learn from them if you listen back early enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Not if you leave it like 2-3 years.
Yeah, totally.
But there's no point. But
who's that person? Who am I?
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck is that? But you think that's the thing. I record my sets because like I often put things like on my social media, little clips and things like that. So I want to get things for that. But I was just doing like I'm trying to edit a YouTube video at the moment and stuff of like when I was MCing. I find it even really difficult, even if it was like 2 months ago or 3 months, to look back on now. I didn't used to find it as hard, but now I'm just like, oh my God, what are you saying? What are you doing? Everything is like making me squirm. Whereas before, I don't think I squirmed as much when it was recent. Do you know what I mean? When it was a recent video. But now everything is making me go, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, like just more time to look at it and less adrenaline to kind of power you through, you know? More coffee. You just need stronger coffee, Nicole. That's what it is. And,
okay.
And stare into the void of your soul through your past clips. So you're editing, I know what you mean. You're just hoping, because you record a video and it felt good at the time and it was like you had a really good time, and then you watch a video back and it's just like, oh fuck's sake, what the fuck happened? Where's the electricity that happened in the room that night, you know? Was it in my head? You've done writing as well have you done writing for Newsjack as well?
The last Newsjack I got a joke published.
Great. What was the joke?
Yeah, I can't even remember. It was about Elton John.
Oh yeah.
I can't even remember. It wasn't. I don't think it was the best. I don't think any of those jokes are the best jokes. If I'm honest. But,
please take my jokes again and pay me for whatever percentage it is.
Yeah, I got paid for it, and it gives me like writer's credit.
Great.
On the BBC Extra 4.
Very nice.
Can't remember.
It's all right. Don't worry.
Like you submit millions of jokes.
Yeah, you did.
Something to do with Elton John.
This long ago.
I think he was selling his bed. I can't remember how I worded it, but something like Elton John is selling his bed or hasn't sold his bed yet, but apparently he says he's still standing or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You know the song,
great.
Like
Great. The lyrics, nice. And I'm seeing something about like you did some random comics do countdown. Is that right? You did countdown as well.
Yeah.
You got actual countdown as well. You were on actual countdown. Is that right?
No. It's my thing I'm doing on myself with random comics online.
Right.
On every Friday. I don't know if you like Countdown, Winter, but if you want to come on it, you can come on it.
Yeah, I'd love to give it a go.
Do you like Countdown? Or
I watched it when I was in college. It would be my thing. I would go to in the middle of the day.
I tell you what. Do you want to come on this Friday?
I will get back to you on that. I would, but keep it open if that's okay.
I've got an open spot this Friday, but
have to do 5 minutes.
No, you can't do it. It's not a joke. It's not a stand-up. That's why.
I need to get another 5 minutes out. I just can't. No, wait a minute, 5 minutes. You're totally going to ruin it, Winter. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll turn you off.
God damn it, I've been muted again.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's basically an idea I had.
Sure.
And just because doing stand-up on Zoom or online is not, I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I thought, what can I do that's original?
And interactive, right?
And interactive. And so I'm doing what's called random comics do countdown.
Great.
Brackets without the maths.
Yeah,
Thank
God.
Thank God. Yeah, I can't do maths, so that was handy for me. Yeah. And I'm live streaming it on my Facebook public page.
Great.
Yeah, it's actually proving really popular.
That's great. Good idea. Really, nice one.
Popular.
Brilliant.
So yeah, if you want to come on that, let me know.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm free this Friday. I would definitely love to be booked for it. What time is it on?
You got to get online about 8:15.
Fine. Excellent.
This is admin. We shouldn't be doing admin on the podcast.
Welcome to the admin podcast. What other gigs you got going on at the moment? This is not a podcast anymore. This is a phone call. This is what this is.
Exactly. Well, it's a lesson on how to get gigs. Yeah. Like, just invite your friends onto podcasts.
That's right.
Or onto your gig.
That's it.
Just invite you back.
Look, back to you. I mean, I could talk about me all day, but have you been on AAA as well?
I did AAA in last year in Edinburgh. Wow. Yeah. Adam Riley and Pope Lonergan.
Right.
Is it last year now? No, we didn't have last year. Edinburgh.
2019, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, 2019. Oh
wow.
God.
Jesus.
But it was the last AAA that they did, so they were going to have obviously new people. Do people at home know what AAA is?
AAA basically, okay. So AAA is the showcase it's the Pleasance, isn't it?
My one was at the Gilded Balloon.
The Gilded Balloon, sorry, the Gilded Balloon.
Pleasance one as well.
Right, yeah. So I mean, it's a showcase of the next up and coming stand-ups that are on the scene, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's what it is. Fucking AAA. So it's like it's like if you get an A-star, isn't it? Really, and so it's a stamp of approval. And how did it go? How the fuck did it go?
I'm not sure that's done anything for me either.
Well, look, fuck it, you've been on it, man. That's like that. You know what, right? It looks good on the CV. You know what I mean? For the industry, whatever that means.
It really looks good on the CV.
Yeah.
These days, no, it does. It's a good thing to have done, and it was great experience.
Yeah,
it was tough. It was very tough.
What time is your show?
Our show was like a late show. It was like 11.
Right. Oh.
11, or was it half?
Yeah.
10:45. 10:45 it was, and it was so that's a difficult time because you'd expect people to be drunk and whatever, and that was the case at the weekends, so they were more up for it. But during the week, we had a lot of audience who kind of just thought, I don't want to go home, but I don't really know what I want to see. I'm really tired. Yeah. So I'll just go and sit in this one. Why not? Yeah. And you get there and they get me going, hey! And you know, and they get Adam Riley and they get Pope, and they're not expecting it to be, I don't know if they're not expecting it to be stand-up and stuff. So we had some tough shows where people did not know what they were getting themselves into. Yeah. But we had some great shows where the audience were like really up for it, and there were full rooms.
Oh, nice.
And it was really fun. So we had a mix, but it was tough some of the time.
10:30, 11:15, you say?
Yeah, like, 11.
My first Edinburgh was
every night.
1:45 in the morning.
Oh, that's even worse.
In the Jekyll and Hyde back in the day, and it was horrific. It was like, oh my God, the biggest crowd we had was 10.
No.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, 10's not half 10, but I know what you're saying though. They're coming to see a show, and they're there to sit on a seat before they go home because they don't want to go home yet, isn't it?
Yeah, and they just go to the box office. We were part of the paid at that time with the triple. They just go to the box office and they go, oh, what have you got? What's available? Okay, that's sold out. AAA Stand Up. Okay, we'll go and see what that's like, you know. And then they go, oh, I don't think this is what we were expecting. Or they love it. You know, like we had some great shows as well. But like everyone in Edinburgh,
up and down.
Some terror is so up and down.
Yeah, that's it. What date did you start exactly, Nicole? And why did you start?
I started December 5 years ago.
Why?
I'm not good at it. Because why did I start? I really don't have one of those like sob stories.
A breakup, and I was like, oh, I just don't talk about this on stage.
And like I just need attention. I mean, obviously I do need attention, like we all do. But like I'm not like, I'm not aware of being any different from anyone else who hasn't started comedy in that respect. But I probably am, but I haven't got like a story. The reason that I started comedy was because I just like making people laugh. And that sounds like too simple a reason. And not very interesting, maybe. Like, it's not a story like, oh, I got bullied at school and I had to be the funny one. And then I realised, oh, I can make people laugh. No, none of that. I mean, I was a bit of a class clown at school, but it wasn't like a path to it. I really like the feeling inside when you're making people laugh. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying. I know you're saying. I know the when you're like when they're all like hanging on your every word, you feel like a shoal of fish when you just do one thing. They go there and they go there, and it's an amazing, powerful feeling. It's great. It's nothing like it in the world. There really isn't. Exactly. You're like a benevolent dictator. You're like, oh, it's it's great. Was so like that first gig? Where was that?
So I did a comedy course because I didn't really know how to get into it. Do you know what I mean? You don't know how to get into it. And then an ex-boyfriend of mine from like years and years ago, I hadn't spoken to him for years. He suddenly sent me this like random clip of him. He doesn't do comedy. He didn't carry on, but him doing the comedy school. It was Camden Comedy School. It was called in Camden, obviously. He sent me his like his show, from his performance.
Showcase. Yeah.
Showcase. And I said, did you send me that by accident? I haven't spoken to you for a while. And he was like, no. He was like, no, I sent it on purpose because you've always talked about it and you've always wanted to do comedy. And I'm like, did I? It was almost like I must have been talking about it and wanting to do it before I even consciously knew myself.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'm sure you talked about it a lot, that you wanted to do it. And I didn't even remember that. And I saw his thing and I thought, oh, so I can get into it like that. And I didn't have anything else going on in my life. Which is like most comedians. And so I just went along to the school and I thought, you know what, I'll just do the showcase. That'll be enough for me. And of course, and we did the showcase at Backyard. They hired out Backyard Comedy Club, which was lovely. And of course, I got the bug immediately. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'll just do one more, two more, three more, 1,000 more. And
do you know how many gigs you've done?
I think I was coming up to 1,000. I think on. I don't know. I stopped counting. Do you count your gigs?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
How many gigs have you done?
I'm coming up to 1,000. Like I'm about 7 away from 1,000 right now.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar number to you.
Yeah, that's it.
I've lost track since lockdown because obviously we haven't had any, and I'm not sure whether to count anything online. I don't think I do.
Was it? The online stuff is like it's just a count of sadness, isn't it? Really, there's no feedback. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anyone who listens to this, I would love to do your online gig. I just need to get something out. I need some sort of form of attention right now. I mean, even if it is
online gigs, if you want to do them.
Yeah, I mean, like I did. Oh yeah, great. Well, I did more admin. Excellent. I'll write this down. Yeah. Was it? Thing is, like, I mean, I did about 3 online gigs last year, and I was like, oh man, like this is just like it's like after smoking meth, you used to have a cup of tea. You know, it's like, well, this isn't like meth. This is nothing like meth. So it's like it's a bit frustrating, but there's no feedback as well. But hey, I said to someone, they're like those gigs are like or like someone's tuned into a home video and they're watching, kind of going, I don't know who these people are, and I have just caught into this sort of like I'm trying to watch this person's world where I don't really care, and they're too busy commenting on each other's comments in the little fucking comment section. You're like, oh well, they're not even paying attention anymore. You know, luckily you can't see that, but they're doing that. They're doing that.
I mean, I've had a couple of fun ones, I think, but generally for me, this is personally speaking, because not every comedian has the same view, but for me, they're kind of worse than a bad open mic in terms of a bad open mic is very bad, but it's like you've got people like doing their dishes or whatever, and
oh gosh,
at least people are pretending at least to maybe listen, even if they don't laugh. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll do a couple more. I don't know, but I decided to concentrate on like the countdown and things like that.
That's great. It's something more interactive, isn't it? It's what it is, you know. It's like, and people can engage with it and feel part of the show. Because I mean, that's the thing. Even when you're up on the stage, you're connecting with them visually. I mean, like, you know, with your eyes and verbally, you know, as well. If they start to piss you off and stuff, you know. So it's like, you know,
exactly.
There's no jeopardy for them to pay attention. Otherwise, is there? There's like, you know, right?
Exactly. There's no jeopardy at all. So they don't always.
Yeah.
Whereas if they're sitting in the audience, there is at least some resistance to get up and walk off or whatever.
Yeah.
Not if they're in their own home. But don't get me wrong, I've had a couple of nice ones, but I thought during this lockdown, let me just like
chill,
not do any, and try and do some editing and things like that.
Focus on the online stuff and then kind of build the audience a little bit. Have you hit TikTok yet?
I'm so annoyed about TikTok because everyone's like posting like, oh, I've gone like viral on TikTok. I've got like 10,000 followers, right? And I go, it's too easy. I'm not going to do TikTok. No, there's not my audience. Yeah. And like, I've got a couple of friends that you must do TikTok. Nicole, your stuff would be great on TikTok because I do a lot of sort of crowd work, interaction type stuff. You'll be great on TikTok. And I thought, okay, I'll give in. I went on TikTok and I've got like 5 followers. and then I've got like a clip that's like got like 200 views. I mean, it's not bad, but, or one that's got like 400 views. And then I'm looking at all my friends' accounts, like 10,000 views, 50,000 followers. And I'm like, what's happened to me? Why can't I succeed on TikTok?
No, don't get me wrong.
It made me more depressed.
No, I know. It's just another fucking electronic fucking app to hurt me, isn't it? What it is? Oh man, I don't need that in my life. Facebook is hard enough. Twitter, I was stupidly deleted my account and then restarted. It's like, oh, I need Twitter again, and I don't know why. And I've got like fuck all followers, so you can follow me there. And so like, you know, I know what you're saying. I gave in and was like, but I haven't put up a.
I gave in.
I haven't put up any videos yet, but like I did one, but I'm going to. But I was doing some online stuff as well, too, so like some comedy sketches and stuff, and they're coming to fruition in the next like week or so. So I'm gonna start putting them up. But yeah, so it's been, you know, just gotta try and find something else to kind of like keep those comedy juices flowing. I don't know if that sounds wrong, but you know, that kind of.
No, you do.
Yeah,
you do. And the thing is, like, I think even with TikTok, like, or anything like that, I mean, like Instagram, I like actually. So, and I'm kind of doing my thing on that, but TikTok, anything social media, I think people say, oh, they went viral straight away, whatever. Some people I think do, but I think you've got to persevere with it. Like, I've spoken to my friends and they were like, yeah, I got that, but not straight away. And you've got to post every day and you've got to be consistent and all that, which I guess I'm not, if I'm honest. I'm not posting every day and I'm not, but there's definitely a rhythm to it and a plan that you can kind of put in place, I think. But I did get quite annoyed with TikTok.
How dare you? I am good. I'm a worthwhile human being.
I've had to put a new meditation mantra now. You know, like just because you're not viral on TikTok doesn't mean you're a bad comedian. Yeah. That's my new meditation mantra.
Yeah, 10 followers on TikTok doesn't mean the time is running out. This is what it is. Even though it's called fucking TikTok, how dare you? It's insidious, insidious shit.
Even like. Yeah, it's even, you know, like taunting me by its name.
Actually, yeah, that's it. Evil has a name. That's it. Yeah. So, do you remember your first joke you wrote?
Oh, my first joke. Do you know what? Yeah, I do, because my first joke was way, way, way before I actually started writing jokes and doing comedy.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Why I wrote the joke. It was about philosophy.
Oh wow, deep.
It was very deep because I studied philosophy.
Right.
I did like a degree in philosophy and then I did a master's.
Holy shit. You mastered in thinking. That is fucking,
you know,
that is great.
Because because of the way I talk, people think I'm a bit thick, I think. But, well, not once I start talking, obviously. But, yeah, I did a couple of degrees.
Yeah, wow. Where'd you do that?
I did it at King's College.
Right. Wow.
London. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Impressive.
I'm very impressed. I mean, so philosophy and like, what do you like? What is your day job? What do you work at? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, I work in transport. Let's say that.
Transport.
Nothing to do. Yeah, but I don't want to say what it is.
Right. Okay. But, so the journey of 1,000 miles starts with.
Basically, what I'm doing now has nothing to do with philosophy.
Wow, that's
apart from mental disorder. I studied a master's in the philosophy of mental disorder.
Right. Wow.
So I do work with a lot of mental people.
Okay, cool.
And I am mental myself.
And you work in transport. Okay, so I think I know where you work now.
Yeah.
It's great. So like philosophy, right? That's nearly as useful as a media degree or a master's in media, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, it is.
You've jumped from one. You've jumped from one difficult career move into another, haven't you? Really, you've gone like philosophy, comedy. So I mean, what are you going to do next? I mean, Jesus Christ, what's the next stage?
Hopefully comedy. Like
I cut you off. What was your joke? Do you remember the joke?
Oh yeah, so yeah, I do. I was like, there was a philosopher I was studying. I can't even remember his name now. This is how long ago it is. I don't do philosophy anymore.
Yeah.
And so,
it's niche, isn't it? It's very niche. Some of the stuff.
It is niche. Yeah. It is niche, but it wasn't niche. George Berkeley. Right. Berkeley. He had a theory, and anyone who's doing philosophy now, this was a long time ago, so don't bloody ring in. I don't know if they can ring in on this.
No, it's fine. Comment away. Any fucking comment
away about, oh, that's wrong. Oh, actually, I think you're fine. He said,
George Berkeley.
No. Yeah, I don't think you'll find they were his exact words, but no, he said something along the lines of everything is an idea in the mind of God, right? So it's like a metaphysical kind of argument about the reality being not really the physical reality, but it's all an idea in the mind of God. Yeah. And then I thought of this joke where this guy walks into a pub and he goes, "Do you know Berkeley's theory about how everything is an idea in the mind of God, like everything, all human things, all material, me, you?" And he said, "Oh, really? Is that right? If that's the case, I wish someone would tell him to stop thinking of my fucking wife." Or something like that.
Right.
So his wife would disappear because he's an idea in his mind.
Right. So fucking hell. That is complex, and
it's a complex joke.
Yeah,
that's if anyone's listening now, that is not.
That's a very
all about dicks now. My jokes are all about dicks. So it's very the opposite of my jokes. My jokes are not thoughtful and things like that because no one understands any.
You really turned it around. Then you were like, "Fuck, throw it."
Turned it around. Yeah, but that was just a joke I had years and years. I don't know why I suddenly came out with it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's idea in the mind of God. Oh, I was just thinking of a guy in a pub saying, "Oh, can he stop thinking about the missus?" or like moaning. And then it was years after that I took up comedy. So that's probably why.
But that's great. That's a very complex, my wife joke. Is it my wife? It's like, wow.
Yeah. It's a complex my wife. Stop. Please take my wife.
Yeah,
that sort of a joke.
That's great.
It's more of a philosophical. You'd never get it if you hadn't studied.
No, I mean, like, and it's perfect for pubs. Like in the evening when, like, did you open with that one?
I've never used it in my life, and I never would. Because, like, how would the fuck would anyone understand that joke?
Totally.
It was just a little thing that I thought. You said what was the first joke? And
fine, that's it.
It was that, but it's never been used.
Oh wow! So this is the first time.
Never will be. I've never even said it out loud. I don't think.
Wow. So what was your first one used on stage then?
It would have been when I was doing the. It would have been when I was doing the course.
Yeah.
So it would have been my showcase.
Right.
And the very first joke of that. Oh God! Now you're talking. Now you're asking. I can't remember. I cannot remember. Do you remember your first joke?
I think I do. I think I do
What
remember.
was it?
My first joke was, oh God, it was something about, do you know the word on everyone's lips? It's herpes. Oh, it's not
bad.
It's not great, but it's not bad. Yeah. It's not. I mean, I'm not going to close with that, like at any point, I mean, it won't even open. I won't even open with it anymore because it's a bit gross. It's a bit gross. It's a bit like, oh, but it's true. It's a fact. I mean, it's my truth. It's my truth,
People
Nicole.
do have I mean, I've got that gene.
Oh yeah.
I have got the herpes gene.
Right.
It's not a gene, I don't think, but like I have occasionally had the odd cold sore.
Yeah.
So that's relevant.
Yeah.
To me.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I didn't. I've gone and offended you now with that herpes joke, haven't I? Now.
Fine. I haven't had one for a long time.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm just taking a turn in this podcast.
The advantages of lockdown. No herpes.
So have you written full shows then? Have you been to Fringe and done like a full 45 or?
No,
50?
I was gonna do it this year. And I was like, not sure whether I should or not. I just wasn't sure I was ready. Because like, I don't think you never are for your full hour, or if it becomes like usually about 50 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was going to take it up there. I was going to take it up there this year. And then obviously the coronavirus happened and it all got cancelled. Yeah. So I had a reprieve. Yeah. Had a reprieve. Yeah. Maybe next year, if it goes ahead.
Fingers crossed.
Who knows if it's going to go ahead.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, people are talking about 2022 and I'm like, oh, Jesus, really? Fuck me. Come on.
No, come on. Let's try and have a bit more positivity.
Yeah.
That's getting me through. Even if it doesn't happen, oh, God, I can't think of it as 2022. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about the past gigs. First, we'll talk about the horrific ones. You've been going about 5 years. What's your most horrific gig that you've had?
There's been a lot, obviously. I had this gig once, right? It was like my first, I tell you what, it was like my first open spot, I would say, on a pro bill. And it was like the work. I don't know. I think I heard afterwards, I won't say necessarily where it was or whatever, but I heard afterwards that it was like a difficult room. Yep. Like, you have difficult rooms and we never know why. That's the weird thing. Like, you have some shows or some venues where people just go, that's just a difficult room, or that's just a room that's more difficult. And there can be like I was watching that the Comedy Store documentary. I don't know if you've seen it.
Right.
Yeah, about America. And they were talking about there's different rooms within the Comedy Store. There's like the original room, the main room, the belly room. I think there's 3 rooms. And they were saying like, the main room is notoriously difficult. Or I think it was the main room. I can't remember. Yeah. And it's like, it's in the same vicinity, but for some reason there are certain rooms that are more difficult, or no one knows why. And apparently afterwards I found out that this was like a really difficult room, but I didn't know. But also I was a little bit less experienced and I just died completely. It was the worst feeling ever. Yeah. I mean, dying is a horrible feeling, I think. And it was awful. And then the MC came on, and just as I was walking out, because I wasn't prepared to like stay, she said something like, she's a new act, or like something that really upset me. Yeah. But she probably had to say, because she was MCing, so she had to bring the room back up. And this person who's an MC, she's on telly now. And every time I see her on telly, I'm like, you said that about me, but I didn't like it at the time. It made it even worse, because as I was walking out, she was just like, this is what sometimes happens with newer acts, or something like that. And now I see her and that's all I think of. Oh no, it feels like as you're walking away, they just shoot you in the back of the head sort of thing, isn't it? It's like, it's okay, we got her guys, it's okay, we got her. I wanted to like do the scene when you're walking away from a burning room, like you get out, but this was almost like walking away from a burning room and go, she's escaping. Bang!
She got away. It's okay, I got her in my sights. We're not gonna let this one get away scot-free. Oh no, that's it. It's tough, isn't it?
So even thinking about it now is making me have a horrible feeling.
I'm sorry, but we got to go through it, haven't we? We got to go through it.
Oh yeah, you got to go through it. I remember calling my mum afterwards, and it was quite late, and my mum, like, you know, you don't usually call your parent. I don't know about you, but I don't usually call my parents that late unless there's a problem.
Oh no!
A problem. Nicole's calling. She must have just bombed at a gig. And I was like so upset. I was like, it was one of those. I'm just gonna. There's just no point in carrying on. Like, I literally am gonna quit. Feeling, you know, which we've all had a million times. Yeah. And it was that, and I was talking to my mum, and I was like, "Oh, it's just the worst ever." And then I called a mate, and who is a comedian. He was like, "Oh, let me tell you about this that happened to me," and it makes you feel a bit better.
Oh God, yeah, totally. So, sharing war stories. That's what it's about, you know. Kind of just like, oh God, this gig, I was introduced this way, and you know, it was set up so badly for this, and like, you know, like some horrific stuff. There are some terrible gigs out there, and like, you know, you're expected to survive, but you know, you do your best. Sometimes you can only just survive. You can't, like physically, you know, emotionally dead, but you know,
completely dead, absolutely dead. But I mean, I don't know why we do it, why we put ourselves through it, but we do it because of the good ones. Yeah, I think totally. So that's why we do it.
It's the risk, isn't it? You know, you don't know, am I going to get away with my self-esteem today? Am I going to feel better about myself tomorrow? I am not sure. Exactly. It's and if not, weird. You have a story. You've got to, you know, you've been through the war. It's like we talk about like watching your videos from years ago. I remember seeing a video of me doing a gig in Southampton, and like I was so jacked with joy, just hopping around the stage, just like and they're like, and I was not going down well, but I was having a great time, you know. I was having.
That's the main thing.
I didn't even know that they were having a bad time, but I was having the best time, you know. They're like, but that's the thing, and that now I just like, okay, I'm now they're having a better time, and I'm having, you know, just a good time inside, but on the outside, I'm not looking like I'm having a good, you know what I mean? It's like it's such it's like a dichotomy, isn't it? It's like, well, like, you know, they're gonna have a good time, I'm not gonna look like I'm having a good time, but secretly I'm having a great time. You know, is it? But
it's a balancing act, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Don't know. I think it depends on the individual. I think I look like I am having a good time, like, because I do a lot of like audience interaction and improv, crowd work, whatever you want to call it, in my set. So I'm kind of like, I guess when I'm not doing the actual shows, if you like, I'm interacting with them. So I'm kind of like, and I'm all giggly and like happy, and I'm acting like.
Hey, Nicole, Nicole, is what's happened? Have you fallen down or something?
No, I just got up to close the curtain.
All right, okay, sorry. I thought someone had just taken a fucking sword out of his fucking scabbard there for a second. God, sorry. I was like, what's that? What's that? What's that noise? He's like, are you okay, Nicole? Someone's in your house.
No, I just closed the curtain. It's really sensitive. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I just closed the curtain.
That's fine. You're fine. You're fine. I know what kind of curtains that. Yeah, I got you. So you live in an office. You're living in an office right now. Is that what it is?
No, I got cheap curtains, and you've got to push it up and then put it across.
Oh yeah, they work. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Those kind of things. Yeah, it's a knack to it, isn't it? It's taken me a long time to learn that one.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's taken me many versions of those curtains until you figured, like, I've done it myself. You're like, oh, why is this not working? Why have I've broken it now. I've actually gotten frustrated with it and broken it. So like you got like, interaction is like comparing and stuff as well. So it's like, it's a different thing, is that they know who you are, and you can just slip the jokes in if you got one or something like that, isn't it?
Exactly.
But yeah, that's cool. Like, did you do that in Edinburgh as well? Were you MCing? Like, were you like sort of like, MCing, but like, were you on first usually, or?
I was, I was the MC. They choose different. You can't hear. There's no change now. I'm just getting some water.
I can hear you. Yeah, you're just looking far away. You're just like shouting at me from.
Hold on. Let me just get some water and I'll go back. Hold on. Sorry, viewers. It's technology.
It's it.
My act is like, I don't know what my act is anymore, if I'm completely honest with you. It hasn't been done for a while, and I don't think I ever really knew what my act was. But I'm not the sort of comedian who, well, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I developed into more of a, I don't know, go with the flow in the moment type thing. So if I'm like doing jokes and stuff, but something else happens in the room, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, depends on where the gig is. If it's a bigger gig, it's different. But smaller gigs, I will maybe go in and just start doing a bit of interaction and crowd work and improvisation straight away.
Yeah.
And I will put jokes in there when they fit in there, kind of thing. So I guess I came across like that to them in AAA. So they were like, okay, you're the MC.
Yeah.
So I would go on first and I would MC for 20 minutes, but as an MC. Like,
yeah.
So some of the other acts for the other AAA shows, they did a bit of MCing and then they said, no, I want to perfect my set.
Yeah.
And so they would do 10 minutes of their jokes, whereas I would just MC the whole time.
Yeah.
So it would be just a lot of chatting and a lot of crowd, and then I'd put some jokes in if they came up and if I could.
Nice.
So yeah, I was the MC at AAA and I would go on first.
Yeah.
Always.
You're greasing the wheels, and then you just say, "Oh, it just fits here," rather than crowbar the fucker in, like.
Exactly.
And so, like you're but that's a skill in itself. I mean, and it just makes it look so effortless then, and also you warm it up for everyone else too. You know, you're like the sacrificial lamb, if you like, throwing yourself on a bonfire. There you go, guys. Okay, well I've done my best for you. Off you go.
Yeah,
you know, so it's like, yeah, that's good. But okay, so a question for you, right? I like to ask this question to everyone who I have on the podcast. Now, it's not a hard question. It's just, but like, I don't know if you've ever thought about yourself as when you go on. It's to do with your act. When you go on, what do you see yourself as? Some people have got like an image of their persona, if you like, a model that they go on the stage with. Like the example I give is Sean Mio. You know, he's like angry and cynical and just, but with joy. You know, but he sees himself as like a gun for hire, like a gunslinger. You know, going around the country like tearing stuff up like that. What do you see yourself as when you go on stage?
That's such a very, very good question. Firstly, and it's an interesting question, and I'm pausing now because it's a very complicated answer.
That's all right. There's loads of time. Don't worry.
I don't want to just go on about it, but I don't think it's a simple answer. Because especially recently, like, and I was having this conversation with a comedian friend. It's like I've been looking back at a lot of videos because I'm trying to get content and stuff like that. Yeah. And sometimes I look at the video and I'm like, I do not like what I see as the act. I don't like it. I don't like the sort of person I'm presenting on stage. And then sometimes I look at it and it can be the next day, right? It can be the next day. It's not like a period of time that's gone by. And I look at it and I go, oh, that's me. That's what I like. I like how that gig went and I like what I was and I like how I was presenting myself. Yeah. And I haven't really captured the difference. But often I go on stage and like people think I'm a bit mad, a bit mental, very loud, a bit of a nutter. And I don't mind that to an extent. And I think I need to be the in control nutter. So like when I don't like, by the way, audiences would never pick up on this ever. Yeah. They would say, no, you're just like that on stage. But the subtle differences of me being on stage when I like it and when I don't like it is mad and then just a little bit too mad. Because I'm not, I mean, I've got that part of my personality, that nutty, insane, quirky person that often people think of me as on stage. But say I'm having a conversation with you now, I'm not exactly like that. So obviously it's a bit of an exaggerated. And then when I don't like it is when I think it's slightly too exaggerated. Yeah. You know? And it's a very subtle difference between the two. And it can be from one gig to another. And I think, and I haven't yet worked out what it is that makes me that too exaggerated and what it makes me that just how I feel just right in a gig. I haven't yet worked it out. I think it's to do with how comfortable I feel. It's to do with the audience and what their reaction is. It's to do with my friends. Are they there? Other comics who's on? Is there pressure? It's all of those things. Yeah, that's right. There's like about 3 or 4 things. It's like, have I got something to prove at this gig? Am I feeling comfortable right now? Oh, fuck it. Are those 2 things making me mirror how the audience are feeling because they know that I'm thinking about those fucking 3 things? I'm like, oh, now I'm fucked. Now I'm totally fucked. Now that's it. I've got to go full fucking crazy now. Full fucking wild card. Here we go. Okay, motherfuckers. This video's not going to be how I want it to be, but you know what? It's your fucking fault. Exactly. And there's so many factors out of your control.
Oh, man, totally. I got you.
Whenever it's a gig that you want to impress, or you know, it's always going to be the worst gig. But like, there's a lot. you've got to find a way of doing your best despite, rather than just going on and enjoying it.
You really you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You really have to wear it like it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
like just like, look, this gig, fuck it, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah. You want to laugh? Okay, right, that's fine. We're gonna get to that. Yeah, first.
Yeah, it's a very tight balance,
as you say,
between caring and not caring.
Yeah,
and that's this tightrope that you walk.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you the wild card? Is that where you are at the moment?
Yeah, I'm very much the wild card.
Okay.
So when people say, "Oh, okay, this next act," a lot of them say, "Brace yourself, like strap yourself in." You know, just to let you know, you don't know what you're gonna get. She's wild, but she'll entertain you. That sort of thing. And then like then when I come off, the MC has to like calm the audience down because I've got them like really all worked up. Yeah. And it's not fair on the next act to come on and after
that chaos. You've left all your toys everywhere. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's
exactly,
it.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's how I would probably
all right.
at the moment. But who knows when I go back, because I just this time I think we've all been thinking a lot about it. I definitely have. It's like, what sort of an act are you? What do you want to do? What but I think that's just consistent forever.
Yeah, for sure. It's you, so you don't have to bend yourself out of shape, because as you know, getting older, you don't have that energy that you put into that craziness. You gotta have something that can be consistent in every room, isn't it? Really, that exactly. Still can just like a suit you put on. But yeah, look, so Nicole, so like you've been doing the countdown stuff. You've been like putting stuff out online about your gigs and that and what is the thing that you've been doing that kind of like chills you the fuck out at home?
Do you know what, Winter? I've been trying to get into meditation.
Oh yeah.
Everyone says how like good it is, and I think it is, and I also think it's good for comedy because, as we all know, comedy is good when you're in the moment and you're at one with the energy in the room. That sounds quite spiritual, but you understand what I mean.
Absolutely.
It is when you're at one with the energy in the room, you can do a really great set. Yeah. It's when you're not. And I think that's somehow to do with our subconscious and getting in touch with that, because your subconscious always has the right way, I think, and the right things will come out correctly if you allow it to. And so meditation is good for that, I think. By the way, this is all conjecture and what other people have told me, but I think if I carry on trying to do it, it might give me something. So I've been trying to do meditation. I've been doing this Zoom course.
Oh right, fair play.
Yeah. And this guy just like does this like guided meditation and stuff, breathing and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's helping, and then I've been like looking on YouTube and like trying, because there's different types of meditation and what one suits you best. And I'm trying to meditate basically, but it's really difficult.
It's great. I do occasionally when I mean, it sounds ridiculous now, when I get the chance. You've always got time for meditation, but this year I haven't really. My meditation this year has been.
This year you've been so busy. You haven't had any time.
Like, you know what? Right, I've been sort of getting ready, if you like. You know, I've been. Like, I know it sounds really silly, like, because the comedy kind of hasn't been as lucrative last year as it has been in previous years. Like, I've been doing like loads of acting and voiceover stuff, and I've been doing that to build up the credits and all that kind of thing. So I've been focusing on other stuff, but I've still written a show. I was just saying that, you know, how like with like meditation stuff, I did it for 2 months solid in 2019. Every day I meditated some time of the day, and it was great. Brilliant. I got so much stuff done. But like this year, you know, everything is meditation. Doing comedy is meditation. Writing is meditation. But like whatever you can get like peace at and gives you peace is meditation, you know?
That's very true. Is that just your excuse for not meditating?
Totally is. It's a really elaborate excuse for not meditating. I hope you didn't pick it up. It is, yeah. It sounds like bullshit. It's definitely bullshit. I need to meditate. You're right. But I mean, no, I definitely do. Yeah, you're right. Fuck off.
That sounds like the sort of shit I come up with, so I don't have to do it.
That's it.
No, I don't jog. I just walk. Walking fast is just as good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it is in some degree. It's whatever chills you the fuck out. It is some sort of meditation.
Yeah.
Well, it's not total bullshit.
No, it's not total bullshit, but it is a
close.
bullshit.
It's close. You're right. It's a half truth.
I have also started jogging.
Oh, fair play.
I started jogging the first lot.
Yeah.
But I kept it up. But don't get me wrong, people at home. I haven't kept it up to like, oh, I'm jogging every day or every other day. I'm literally forcing myself so much about once or twice a week. Yeah. But once you do it, I think it's quite good for you mental health.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. It is it really does help for sure. You feel like you're for some reason it feels like you're running away from your problems a little bit just for really half an hour.
Yeah, it does. But it's horrible, like, to actually get up and do it. Yeah. But then once you've done it, that's when you feel the benefit.
That's it. That's it. You just got to put the clothes on and go, well, I feel stupid now if I don't go. This is it. It's like, that's the thing.
It's even harder now that it's cold and stuff like that. But literally just try. I feel like this has become like some sort of
self-help.
Guru self-help.
Look, you did fucking a master's in philosophy. It's gonna devolve into this eventually, for fuck's sake, isn't it? You know, it's but like, that's great. That's great. You're a deep thinker. I love it. It's brilliant. I read a lot of philosophy as well. I mean, I read. Here we go. This is the brain trying to fucking find the words of the names of the people I've read.
He's doing Google.
I've got. Is it Candide? Is it Candide? Candide?
Maybe I've never heard. I don't know all the philosophers in the world.
Or Lao Tzu, of course, big stroke there. I
don't know that
Lao Tzu.
I didn't
Taoism.
do continental philosophy.
Oh, okay.
I think you're listing some continental philosophers there.
Yeah,
that wasn't what we studied.
Right. Okay, I apologise.
Like
Get out.
Western,
Get out.
Logical.
That's over. You're
just wasting my time now, Winter.
Yeah, sorry, we didn't do those ones, Winter. No, we did much more obscure ones.
We did real ones.
It's like when you kind of go, oh, this wine. Oh, yeah, well, it's not from the Barocca region. The 2007 was an excellent year. So okay, I'm sorry. I just go to Tesco's and get the fucking Tesco's whatever it is, fucking Merlot, and it's grand. Okay, it's cheap, it's cheerful. I don't give a fuck. It's got great legs. But look, Nicole, so where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Nicole Harris Comedy, and I put clips up on that and stuff like that regularly. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I need some more subscribers. And I've got some, but I'd like loads more. And also, I'm now on TikTok.
That's it.
But yeah, I need to go viral. Please make me go viral.
Great.
So I can stop meditating.
It's just like to stop the pain, just to stop the fucking the self-loathing. That's it. You're a worthwhile human being. You have value. You have value.
Oh, thank you. I don't need to do the Zoom call now. My meditation. That's it for me.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it so odd that is it the Zoom call paid?
No, it's free.
Oh, fucking that's good, isn't it?
Guy's really nice. I don't know why he's doing it for free, but he is. The Headspace app, I think I got that ages ago. I didn't like it because the guy, I think you pay for that one if I recall, but I didn't like it because like the guy who was doing the meditation just sounded like Dave from the pub.
Yeah, right.
It was
breathe
really
in.
off-putting. He was like, just concentrate on the breath now. All right, ease it in. Like he's packing up a van. Do you know what I mean?
That's great.
And I was like, this isn't going to work for me, Dave.
It's like, or look, Dave from the pub. Look, Dave Smith. Fuck off, just get them in, get the points in, It's
just concentrate. You are worthy. I love you, girl. I love you.
Yes, that's it. You're doing great. You're fucking doing great. Love it. Was it like the that makes me think of like the fact that like comedy is the only profession I feel. I had this observation the other day. It was like the only profession where people in that country will look around and go, do you know what? I'm fucking sick of these idiots here, right? I'm gonna import idiots from another country. Because I don't like the sound of these idiots. I want to hear a different idiot talk to me about the same shit that these other idiots have just already said. Yeah. And it's like, it's frustrating because these guys are exotic. This voice is exotic. That's what it is. It's so funny, isn't it? Yeah. But Nicole, anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for coming on the Comedy Defect, and we can find you in all those places, and I will follow you on TikTok, and I will like everything that you put up.
Oh no, don't you, because that doesn't count.
Yes, true. Comedians don't count. They're not real human beings.
Yeah, I just get rid. Well, then when you get a follow and they're a comedian, you go, oh, I got a follow.
Oh, them.
Oh, that's not a real person.
That's it.
No, I'm joking. Yes, please. And it was great talking to you.
Always a pleasure, Nicole.
And I'll see you on Friday.
Friday it is.
And that was episode 101 with the excellent and hilarious Nicole Harris. She's on all the socials as Nicole Harris Comedy. Go and find her on TikTok, Instagram. Go and find her YouTube channel. And actually, go and see her live. She's excellent. She's got such a lovely, warm persona. She's lovely in real life and on stage. And she's absolutely hilarious to boot. She just finished her Edinburgh run at the Wee Tap for the Laughing Horse. And I can't wait to speak to her about that and how it went. You can follow me on Instagram at Winter Dominus, or you can go to Facebook and like the page or join the Comedy Defect Podcast Facebook group. And if you like this podcast enough and you want to donate, you can. Go to Patreon, type in the Comedy Defect Podcast, and donate as little or as much as you feel this podcast is worth. But if you can't donate, that's okay. Just share your favourite episode, because it tells people where we are and what we're up to. And on that note, I'm going to end the podcast here. I hope you had a great August, whatever you did. Barbecues, you saw the family, you went on holiday. I had a lovely birthday, thank you for asking. I spent it with my family as a really nice chill day. Well, enjoy the rest of August, and I'll see you at the end of September for episode 102 with another amazing comedian, Jamie Oliphant. Until then, have a great September.